Thank you for joining me today for Janine's Voice. I am Janine Rivers, and I'm really excited about today's topic, life lessons. I have been reflecting lately, and I had to really stop and think about all the lessons that I have learned in my life. And what experiences have I had in my life where I have learned the greatest life lessons that I am very proud of. So I ask you, what is your life lesson that has made you a better person today? It could have been an experience that we suffered that brought us a lot of trauma. It's not a memory that you even want to remember because it caused you a lot of trauma. Then there is a life lesson, the experience that we have had from something so amazing that has happened to our life. We feel so ecstatic. It brings us such joy. And every time we think about it, it puts a perpetual smile on our face. Life lessons. And then think about what you learned. There is no small experience that's too small or an experience that is too big. Every experience we have, good, bad, small, big, we have all learned something valuable. A small experience that a lot of people take for granted is just simply talking to a homeless person on the street, taking time to maybe give them $2 so they can buy their favorite coffee or their favorite donut. And just taking time and sitting down and having that conversation about them or with them and just learning who they are and finding out what in life happened that caused them to be where they are in life. There is a lesson to be learned. Many of the people that live on the street that we see that are homeless, there is a strong story behind it. We will find doctors, we will find lawyers, we will find college professors, teachers. Some of these people are incredible and they come from incredible backgrounds. Then we have those that are like typical, that they may have come from an environment that was not so great, but we learn from those lessons too. One lesson that we can learn from that is this: how to be grateful for what we have, to live our life to the fullest. And this may sound crazy, but a person that is homeless, some of them are living the best days of their lives. It is possible. But let's take time to have gratitude. Gratitude for have met, meet, have to have had an opportunity to meet someone that is less fortunate than us, and also the fact that we can place them in our life and hold them dear. So let's think about that lesson. Or we can look at the experiences that we have may have had in meeting someone in this world that is considered to be famous or huge in life, that has made an impact on the world. We meet these people and we get motivation. I had the opportunity, since I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, spending some time with the famous El Giro because I'm a musician, and just sitting down and talking to him about his life here in Milwaukee and how he came from such humble, humble beginnings. Grateful for having the time to speak with him and to hear his wisdom and advice regarding being a musician and how it was difficult for him when he started out. I got wisdom. I had the opportunity to encounter his wisdom. That is something to be grateful for and to have gratitude for. What is your experience in life, bad and good, that you can think about that really spoke to you as a person? Life lessons are important. They help us grow and they make us who we are today. So let's go over some of the things that you have to remember to be grateful for. Time. The time we have in life waits on no one. One of the greatest things that one of my aunts told me, and I just really didn't fully grasp what she was telling me until I got older. You only get one life. Make the best of it. That sounds so simple, but it's so true. Make the best out of each moment in our lives, each day, each second. Don't spend so much time thinking about your past because it's gone. You can't really worry about your future because you don't know what's going to happen and it's not here. But live in the moment. Live in the moment. Easier said than done, but so doable. Live the best life that you can. Time waits on no one. It says here, life is a race against time. And unfortunately, time always wins. So true. We think we all have a lot of time in this world until suddenly we don't. Those times when we get sick and we get really, really sick to the point where we don't know if we're going to live to see next week. But one of the first things that we think to ourselves is we sit there and we think about all of the things that we didn't get to do. And think about this. One of the first things that many people say, and I know from my own experiences from my health issues, I remember myself saying, and I've heard other people say it too, ah, if I only had more time to do this, to ride that horse that I never rode before, to buy that house that I've always loved and I didn't do it, to spend time and go and meet my cousin that was in another state that you've heard about your whole life. I wish I had more time. Yes. The lesson here is simple yet profound. Recognize the value of your time. It's the one thing you can't take back. You can't take it back. You can't go back and grab the 6 months that you feel you wasted. No matter how hard we try, we can't go back and change the past, and we can't go back in time. That's one of the things. Being grateful. We need to learn to be grateful every day because that's the source of true power. If you think about it, if we're grateful for all of the amazing things that we have in our life, bad or good, it gives us the power to want to love people more than we've ever loved them. Be grateful. The most important power lies in a grateful heart. Practice turning your thoughts toward appreciation and thanksgiving, because that is where you will find your gifts, strength, and power. When we are grateful, it motivates us to want to show kindness towards others. When we are grateful, it does give us power because we're living in that moment. We're being grateful for what we have in this moment. And we're grateful for our life lessons, right? Then the next thing I have here is love. You know, love is a commitment. It really is. Love is a commitment that we make to ourselves, and it's a commitment of what we can do to love others. It's choosing to stick by someone in their best and worst times. It's about accepting them for who they are with all their flaws and quirks. So, this is what I think about. The biggest commitment we ever have, besides loving ourselves, is the commitment that we have when we have a child. When we have a child, that is the biggest commitment that we make. Our children really upset us because when we see them not living to their fullest potential, it bothers us. When they are not living the life that we should feel they should live, it really irritates us. When we see them wasting time in their life and not doing the things that we know that they can do, it really upsets us. But you know what's so interesting about that? No matter the circumstance and no matter what they do, our commitment to love them is so natural and it's always there. Another commitment, I believe, when it comes to love is, and this is kind of a hard one, but think about this. When you get married, you make that vow to love someone through better or worse. We make a commitment to be there for them in their hardest days. It's a commitment that you make in front of God, and it's a commitment that you make to people of the world, to your audience, to your loved ones. They may not be in that room when you get married, but it's a commitment that we make for the whole world to see. Love is a commitment. I like how it says here, love is a commitment. It's choosing to stick by someone. You choose to stick by that person in their worst times. So continue to love. Let your life lesson of loving be big because love is more than a feeling. And that's the lesson to be learned. My favorite one, forgiveness, it benefits, forgiveness, it benefits two people, the giver and the receiver. Forgiving someone is showing love because more than often, when we have someone that may have done wrong and it has affected us, forgiving them helps them to grow. They get rid of the guilt and the shame, just knowing that you have forgiven them. We feel better because we're not a prisoner to that anger. And we're not a victim to feeling sad, feeling upset because what has been done to us. Forgiveness. The bravest and the smartest thing you can do in a bad situation is to forgive and move on. Moving on is hard. When someone has done something to you that has been horrific, how do you move on? How do you move on? Don't allow grudges and grievances to add to the weight you carry on the road to your own success. Don't let it, don't allow it to paralyze who you are, to paralyze your dreams from getting through that road of darkness to the other side of the light. A lot of times it's because of your experiences and what people have done to you. Let the life lesson be that forgiving others is the greatest gift that you give to yourself and to the person, to the receiver. And also, let's have a final reflection on the essence of life. The beauty in life is in the unpredictability, in the countless lessons it teaches us, often when we least expect it. From understanding the fleeting nature of time to embarrassing failure, from seeking happiness within to understanding the depth of love, every lesson that we learn, it enriches us, it shapes us to who we are today. So I want you to stop and take note of the lessons that can be learned in life from the experiences, what we can do, the life lessons. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to me. Um, you can reach me if you want to, talk with me and learn some more things, and if I can coach you through and be a mentor for you to help you get through the valleys of the storms, to help you see the tools that you already have in your life, to help you to be the best person, and how to illuminate this wonderful world with your presence. You can reach me at Janine at illuminateyourdreams.com or illuminateyourdreams.com. I look forward to hearing from you, and I am just already excited about it. So, as always, I will leave you with this question. What is your favorite life lesson? And how are you going to take that lesson, share it with the world, and help someone illuminate the world in which we live? I am Janine Rivers, and until the next time, keep illuminating.